بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hello!
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been a while. Thank you for gracing us with this precious time of yours.
I've been working.
To appear
For a change, I've been working. I've had to work for
congratulations.
See, when I quit this current affairs business, I finally got the time. And you know what? Make a list. Maybe we'll do a series of shows today. I got the time to take stock of what I was doing. So I had to give time to my own business. Did that. And then I've joined a gym, taken care of when you get into, the reason I'm saying this is when you get into this rut of doing the same thing over and over again, you ignore so many things.
Yeah.
And every now and then you have to step out and look back, and you can always go back in. You can always
But it's always
restart.
good to step out.
You have to step out, exactly. And that's what's happened. So I've been slightly busy.
And
I
that's busy.
want to do a series of shows today.
Okay.
Short ones,
Right.
but a few, maybe 4 or 5. I want to start with the prank call, the whole thing. There were Swiss DJs, right?
Right.
And how this Indian nurse committed suicide, but this is about Kate. What's her name?
Kate Winslet.
Kate.
No.
You wish.
Kate something.
Middleton. What's her name? What's the name?
Forget it.
Yeah, that's how focused we are about Kate's pregnancy.
Right.
I want to start with that, and then I want to go towards the impact what
issue.
media has, and then I want to connect that with. I'm sorry, I'm just turning my phone off, and then I want to connect that with how media creates. Impacts people's personal lives, and we don't really care. And then I want to connect that with the impact that we create in people's personal lives really steers how society evolves over time.
And the realization also, and the point of realization also.
Sure.
That is also very important.
And then I want to relate it to the Delhi rape,
Issue, yeah.
the brutality of it. Now, what's interesting is, or what's sad, not interesting, but sad, is exact same rapes have happened in Pakistan.
And much more in
Well,
quantity.
almost exact same brutality where
Right.
rod is used, and
Yeah.
some really
Yeah.
nasty stuff. And we've ignored it. And the stigma, I made note, the stigma of rape, of how the rape victim is the guilty one in the East. The West is very different. The East is different. The West has rape and the East has rape. It's the same. But the way, at least the West will eventually deal with it. We will
The
never
way how
do.
situation is dealt with, I guess that's
Maybe
the
not today,
difference, right.
maybe in 30 years, maybe in
Right.
40 years,
But it will
they would
always
have
be-
beaten it.
yeah.
We will never beat it.
No.
Because just the way we deal with it. Now, that Turkish play, Fatma Gul, which is coming, again,
Yeah.
very
Very
interesting
good.
timing. It's about her being
Being
raped,
raped.
and her fiancé just abandoning her. Well, it's a start, and I'm sure things will change.
Right.
But right now, he's abandoned her. And she's like, who's going to marry me? And I was watching it this
So
afternoon.
the victim becomes
The victim becomes the guilty party.
What?
I'm not talking about how they're manipulating the whole thing, but the fact that she's the guilty party, who will marry me, and her brother's saying, oh, you will get married, and they're pressurizing, be quiet. Who be quiet, because if people find out, the village will ostracize you. Why? In the West, a rape victim is not ostracized. In fact, at times
They become heroes.
they become heroes because the struggle is celebrated. So I'm going to talk about all these things.
Right. So
That's-
first all,
exactly.
we're going to
Uh,
take this incident.
You want to
where
show
the
some
nurse
clips of
committed
what happened just
suicide?
to refresh people's
Sure.
memory?
Yeah.
This is about 2 DJs, a man and a woman, making a phone
Kate
call.
was admitted in the hospital
Right.
because she was going through her pregnancy tests and checkups and whatever. She was unwell, so she got admitted to that one particular hospital. And then these 2 DJs who basically pretended to be Queen Elizabeth
Right.
made a prank call at the hospital, and they spoke to one of the nurses, and they took complete update about
Yeah.
her reports and what's the status of her health. And later on, when finally the nurse found out, she was found dead 2 days
Well,
later.
she committed suicide.
Yeah, she committed suicide.
Now, it's not the DJ's fault that she committed suicide.
No.
she was suicidal.
She was suicidal.
But it's their fault that they became the trigger.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to highlight here is, and I'm going to speak of Pakistani Indian media in specific, we say some really careless stuff. We show dead bodies. We announce people's deaths before their families
Yep.
have found out. It is not nice for a family
Not
to
just
find
announce, I'm sorry, we even show it to them.
out. Yeah, show their
Yes.
identity cards, show
And
their
even
names.
if some CCTVs must have captured that incident, they even show it there. Or if the camera people, or if the media manage to get there on time, they will show
That's
it.
right. But without realizing that the people, that the loved ones, the families of those
They're watching.
victims, they're watching and they have no idea.
Yeah.
What must it feel like to watch on TV that, oh, my husband just died?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any respect for not people's privacy? That's another discussion. I'm not talking about privacy today. I'm talking about be sensitive.
Yeah.
They deserve that somebody should go and handle it. You know, if there's a traumatic news in our families, we don't just call you, hey Ayesha, guess what happened to your mom?
You have to prepare for that situation.
Prepare, you would send somebody, two people go to the house,
Yeah.
have a chat with you, because you're going to get into a shock.
Yeah.
And it has.
Yeah.
So I think what media has to learn from this, well, they've learned very hard.
Mm-hmm.
They've learned the hard bloody, and I'm so proud of it. We'll come to that as well in a second.
Right.
But our media has to learn, before you just blabber out something, be careful.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to impact people's lives? And I'm going to link this with many things,
Mm-hmm.
so bear with me. When we just say things, my late, very dear friend Fawzia Wahab, I've interviewed her a few times, and I was very difficult with her in those interviews. I took liberty. She was a friend, and she and I had this really fun and humorous relationship. We used to just joke and we used to laugh.
Right.
And in those interviews, I brought that on into the studio, and we were just laughing and joking, and I was just, and people really liked it because I was really grinding her. But then once she says, you know what, my children say, why do I go to your show? Because you insult me. And I'm like, oh my God. And I felt so sorry. And now, unfortunately, poor thing, may she rest in peace. And I realized, it's very easy to get a politician and just rip them apart. But you know what? We're just having fun for ratings.
Mm.
How it's impacting their private lives, it's unfair.
I would just go to this extent, not just media, but otherwise also in person. You would say something to another person in a way that you would not even realize how that matters. I mean, for instance, I'll take an example. At times, I say things to my parents in a tone which I don't realize it then. But then later on, once they go in their silent mode because they've just been hurt by what I say. So,
Very good.
that's
Very
the
good
point where you realize. So, it's not generally the media, it's our mindset.
And that's the reason Islam tells you that, even if you have pain, don't say ouch in front of your parents. Don't even say because your pain will hurt them. So don't even do that in front of them. So very good example. I'm going to build on that. There was this particular Pakistani politician whose name was taken by a prostitute in one of the interviews.
Okay.
And and the anchor said, so who comes to you? And she took his name. And I think she just blabbered it. I don't think it was right because I don't think it's the kind. But they kept running it over and over again. And
Not realizing the effect that's going to have on the family of the politician.
Exactly. And I met him once, and he said, you know what? I said, we've stopped coming on media. What happened? He said, you know what? You guys are just jerks. You have no idea what that is doing in my home, and it's not true. Did we do a rebuttal? No. Sorry, not a rebuttal. Did we withdraw them? Did we say it was a mistake? Did we bring that person in and say it was a lie? No, we probably ruined his marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just wrong.
Yeah.
That is just so wrong. Now,
But that's what we're an expert in, by the way.
we're an expert in that.
And we get ratings for that.
Absolutely. Now, people who are watching also have to realize this. It's not right. Now, I want to take it to another angle. If you think that just because they are the victims right now, you'll never become the victim. I've been arrested. I've gone through a bad patch in life, and I had nothing to do with it. I was completely innocent, disconnected, just bad timing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know how it impacted my family. I know how it impacted my nieces. I know how it impacted my sister, my extended family, my relatives. It was like, oh my God. I was 9 o'clock. It's very humiliating.
Yeah.
Now, that's why maybe I'm careful what I say about other people. You, him, her have to realize tables turn instantly. You don't know what's going to happen to you in 5 minutes. I was sitting and having my coffee before all hell broke loose. I never expect it. So all I'm saying, I'm not threatening people. I'm saying be careful.
Be careful of what comes out
You
of your
could be
mouth.
the news.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because you're enjoying news or talk shows right now, you could become news any moment.
Yeah.
And we how many people have died? Who have died? God forbid. May everyone be safe and happy and healthy. But it could be you tomorrow. It could be the anchor, the reporter, the cameraman, the producer, the channel owner.
Recently, there was a blast that took place in Peshawar in which
Yeah.
Bashir Bilal died.
Yeah.
The
Good man.
news-
Rest in peace,
good
yeah.
man. Before that, the news broke out that his personal secretary has died.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah?
Can you imagine the trauma?
Showing his picture, tickers running down
And
there,
then-
and
and
I
then
was
we'll do
sitting
it.
there realizing what are the kids going through right now, because they know they're not there. They must have been into shock because they don't really know what has happened.
They probably hadn't even received the phone call.
And I guess that's when it ticked me, because we had this discussion earlier also,
It was
and
so.
that's when it hit
It is
me.
so wrong. It is just so wrong.
And then another incident where this boy, the young boy who
State
tried,
Life, yeah.
State Life building.
Karachi.
Come on, please tell me what the mother went through while she watched that video.
Live, huh?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? I mean, he's got family, he's got relatives, he's got
And
people.
I really
And-
want to
and-
ask the media people,
God,
would you want to show it if someone of your family member was there?
No, can
You would have probably killed those people right there and then,
We have
standing
raised an
there.
interesting point. So his family, I was traveling at that time, so I don't know, I've never seen this video. He basically jumped on live TV. Is that what's happened?
I didn't really watch it, but because I was also
But that's
traveling
what's
that
happened,
time.
right?
Yeah, but that's what I was told, that he
sorry,
was
we
shown.
were traveling then.
Yeah.
Okay. But see,
He was shown
Imagine-
jumping from that building.
imagine a mother sitting at home and watching a son jump. Oh my God.
Because I was captured live. Right?
Oh my
I was
God.
captured
Oh
live.
my God. Oh my God.
So can you imagine the extent of ratings that we have gone into and the amount of ethics that we have lost?
I should
being in
start
the
just
media?
rating. I think it's just sheer.
Competition has given us all this.
We
thing.
just insensitive. We just selfish, crass.
Oh, and thank you for raising this another point. Didn't PEMRA had this law that you could not show any blood or any dead body on camera right now?
Yeah, I did.
But it's back, right? You're showing people being shot on cameras, and
Yep.
you're being all these
Who
patients
cares?
at the
Nobody.
hospitals.
FEMRA cannot control this stuff, Aisha. Regulatory.
No, but then I really want to question those media.
No, but regulatory bodies don't control this.
No, but I really want to question media, the channel people.
They don't care. They're crass. Now, this is where I want to connect this to
This
this.
one, yeah.
When the Swiss DJs did that, whatever the radio, what's this radio station called? What's this company called?
Today FM.
Today FM. The advertisers pulled advertising
Advertising.
immediately because they knew if they didn't, public opinion will turn against the
Yeah.
brands.
Yeah.
Now, why does our public opinion
Never
not
does.
trust against the brand? I want to talk about the Veet. What's that show called?
Supermodels.
I want to talk about that as well, because you know what, that offends me.
Yeah, it does.
It was on TV while I was having lunch with my family, and oh God, another show. We'll make a note. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
separately. That's so insane.
Yeah.
That's so I'm not watching Playboy Channel. I'm watching local national television.
Well, we'll take this in another show.
That's
Let's
it.
stick to
So,
this
you know,
one.
So the way the advertisers reacted in this situation
They pulled
was
their
very
advertisements
important,
out, right?
because they knew that
Their
the
name
public
would be also
opinion
involved.
would go completely against
And
them.
unfortunately, there have been so many incidents in our own country, or even in India, or in other, India and Bangladesh and our countries. Nobody pulled out their advertisements.
No,
In fact,
they
I'm
get
sure
more
they invested
advertising.
more. Yeah, I'm sure they invested more in there.
Come on, I'm sure we've had cases where channels and anchors and
Thank you.
people
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
I'm not
yeah.
going to take any names.
Yeah.
I
was about
primarily
to,
because they're all
but
friends,
thank
where they've gone completely wrong and they
Yeah.
actually got bigger. They
Yeah.
got more support.
Yeah.
So you're really backing that kind of attitude. The bigger the disaster, more
So
backing.
you know what? Media people nowadays, if you know you've made a mistake in one channel, you would know the other channel would hire you because
not
you've
just
gotten so
channel.
much fame.
It's not just channel. It's the backing.
That's what I'm saying.
Sponsorship is
because-
backing.
Exactly, because people would want to see you more.
Yeah. Thank you.
See, so that's the point.
Very good point. People want to see you more.
People want to see you more.
Yeah.
Because we are more interested. If you're in a if you have a bad reputation, if you're into some controversy,
More
I
power
would
to
want
you.
to see more of you. I would
More power to
actually
you.
go online and search about you and watch your interviews
And
and
give
get your
me-
personal life updates.
And give you more respect too.
Exactly.
Oh boy, yeah, man, you're hot. Hot. You know, so that has changed. So I'm going to end this one here because in the next part, which we're going to continue recording in a bit, I want to talk about how rape has been actually made glamorous by our media. And the whole stigma of rape has been created by
the
our
media.
media.
I agree.
Okay, I want to talk about that. But from this episode, from this event, I'd like people to learn that you have the power to control what media says. And if you think it's not your problem right now, it is your problem.
Soon will be your problem.
It will be a problem. Soon, I'm going to connect this slightly to the hoo-ha in Pakistan right now about the Turkish plays. Just going to touch it slightly. Somebody wrote that one of the mailing lists I'm on. I got an email and said, very well, said, where were all these actors when Lollywood was being killed by Bollywood?
That's a question that I raised.
Lollywood was creating Gandasa movies and Bollywood wiped it out. So now our TV plays are being wiped out because somebody wrote very well, the Gandasa destroyed Lollywood and the Saas, the mother-in-law, destroyed Pakistani plays. Drama. So you have to speak. What I'm trying to mention here is the point I'm trying to make is you have to speak for others. Everyone speaks for themselves. Remember to speak for others while you can, because before it's too late. And what movie was this? I was watching some movie, 2012, and one of the lines I tweeted was, "When people stop fighting for each other, that's when humanity dies."
Which I believe has died already.
Has died already, but not globally. Only in the most, in our
in
part of the
fact,
world.
this friend of mine from India tweeted the other day, the whole 21 December to 12 give you that whole story. So he said, people say that the war is gonna end, but for me it has already ended because there is no humanity here anymore.
Good point.
And considering that we share the same DNA,
Well, absolutely.
so I guess we...
You've got onto my DNA theory, yeah?
We share the same DNA, so I guess, he was right.
Absolutely. Well, we'll end this here. We'd love to get your feedback, notes, comments, views, opinions. Since YouTube is still absent in Pakistan, we'll just put this on record. Hopefully it'll be back soon. Still, speakforchange.org and 247online.tv. Both the websites are working. Please spread the word. Feel free to comment and give your feedback. Ayesha and I, as always, are available for discussion. But if you want to be abusive, I'll just block you. Ta-ta.